Let's welcome to the field the Lake Orion Dragons. Here comes the roll. Clarkston High School touchdown. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Clarkston High School and Homecoming 2025. For tonight, our varsity Wolves will take on the varsity Dragons of Lake Orion. The Michigan High School Athletic Association would like to remind you that it is all about respect and sportsmanship. So please respect your fellow spectators, respect your fellow athletes, respect the referees, respect the game. Remember that good sportsmanship begins with you, and good sports are winners. And now, ladies and gentlemen, in respect for our flag and for our nation, will you all please rise? Gentlemen, remove their caps or render the appropriate salute as the Clarkston High School 120-member marching band plays our national anthem.
Hello everybody, welcome into a beautiful Friday night, October 3rd. You can't tell outside that is October because it is beautiful, 83 degrees here, and we are in store for a special game tonight, a homecoming game, but not just homecoming. It's Clarkston, it's Lake Orion, it's the 62nd meeting overall between the two schools. The helmet trophy is on the Clarkston sideline, ready to be grabbed either by the Dragons or by the Wolves. Now, you look at the records here for Clarkston, 4-1 on the season, 2-0 in the OAA Red. Lake Orion having a rough go so far, 0-5 on the season. But the past two seasons, Clarkston, Lake Orion, they have met 4 total times, splitting 2-2. Clarkston losing each of the regular season battles. In 2023, they lost 21-42, met Lake Orion in the playoffs, won 38-37. Last year, same thing. Lake Orion wins in the regular season 20-13. Clarkston gets the Dragons back in the playoffs. This year, I don't think a second meeting will happen of Lake Orion being 0-5 on the year, so Clarkston needs to make the most of this one tonight. Your Wolves won the toss. They chose to receive. We have Wendell Childs and Hank Horning back to receive for Clarkston. Ready to play whistle is here. The kick is off. It will be fielded by Horning at the 15-yard line, and here we go. He's out to the 30. He's finding a little seam. He's at the 40, and he is tripped up. And your Wolves will start with the ball on Lake Orion's 44-yard line is where they're going to mark him. Last game, Griffin Bowman was out with a right knee injury. He is suited up and ready to go this evening. But in the backfield right now, his brother Lucas Bowman, who last week against Rochester Adams rushed for 190 yards. Lucas Bowman is going to start right next to Alex Washenko. Trips to the right, wing back on that right side as well. Lucas Bowman in motion. It's a swing pass to Bowman. He catches at the 40. He's across midfield. He's at the 45, 40. He's on the seam. Sideline, 20, 15, 10. Touchdown, Clarkston. One play in the books, and your Wolves are up 6-0 on the 56-yard swing pass from Washenko to Lucas Bowman. That's the way you want to start this rivalry game against the 0-5 Dragons, because this year you won't get that second chance to avenge that loss. You need to make the most of this one. And your Wolves do it there with an Alex Washenko swing pass to Lucas Bowman. Lucas Bowman just found a seam, found the sideline. 56 yards later, he's in for the score. Aiden O'Neill for the point after. Snap is off, hold is down, kick is up. And it is good. And just like that, 16 seconds into the game, your Clarkston Wolves 7, Lake Orion 0. And throughout the year, Clarkston has run heavy in those first few drives, where it's first seemingly like 8 to 10 plays are exclusively run plays. Good call by Coach Pintor to motion Lucas Bowman out, get the swing pass out to that far side where he had trips, receivers, and a wing back there to lead the blocking. And Lucas Bowman able to take it all the way. One play, 56-yard drive. And just like that, Clarkston makes the most of winning the coin toss and wanting the ball. They weren't messing around tonight. Aiden O'Neill set to kick it off, approaches, is up, and that is booted out of the end zone. That will be a touchback. Dragons will take over at their 20-yard line. First and 10 for the Dragons. Said Lake Orion comes in this year 0-5 on the season, hitting a little bit of a rough patch. Run a lot of read options with Brody Thompson, their senior quarterback. We'll also see a little bit of Anderson Adams, number 12. Right now he's lined up at wide receiver. He does come in, play quarterback. He's got an arm, but Brody Thompson, he's got the legs to run this option offense. Two receivers on top of the formation. Jet motion across, handoff up the middle, and tackled for a 4-yard gain, about 3.5-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 6 for the Dragons. Don Hawkins on the carry. Well, they're actually marking a no gain on the play. So it will be 2nd and 10 Nope, now they're moving the sticks. A little trouble from the chain gang here. It is 2nd and 6. Brody Thompson back to pass. He's finding a seam up the middle. He's going to scramble, and he is met. And fumble. Ball is loose, and it is Clarkston ball. Just like that. Clarkston comes up with the football, but we have a player down. Brody Thompson of Lake Orion taking a hard hit from 4 Clarkston defenders, coughing up the ball. As the play sits right now, it will be Clarkston ball on Lake Orion's 25-yard line. As the training staff attends to Brody Thompson of Lake Orion. Took a hard hit from that Clarkston defense. 11:05 here in the first quarter. Some fireworks to start. Clarkston won the toss. They wanted the ball. If you're just joining us, I'm Brian Elke of Independence Television. Thank you for watching. You're on Comcast Channel 22 or Clarkston Community Schools YouTube page. It's 7-0 here between your Clarkston Wolves and the Lake Orion Dragons. This homecoming matchup, the 62nd matchup between these two schools. The trophy on the line. Wolves up 7-0. They got the ball to start. Swing pass to Lucas Bowman. Took it 56 yards, 1 play, 1 score. And Lake Orion on their second offensive play of the game. Senior quarterback Brody Thompson fumbles it, and that's who the trainers are looking at right now. See the Lake Orion team taking a knee on their sideline. Looks like Brody Thompson is being helped up, and a little bit of limp to him, but he's going to try under his own power right now. He's a tough kid, and with the offense Lake Orion runs, he has to be. But Clarkston's ball after the fumble. They're on Lake Orion's 27-yard line. Griffin Bowman back after missing the Rochester Adams game. He is on the bottom of your screen in that slot position. Trips to the right of Washenko. Washenko gets the snap, drops back to pass, looks right, and finds Wendell Childs on the stop route. Gain of 7 on the play. Now bring up 2nd and 3 for Clarkston. Ball just a shade inside the 20-yard line in the red zone already for Clarkston. Trips to the left. Horning, Williams, and Childs. Washenko lined up, gets the snap, dropping back. A lot of pressure from Lake Orion. He scrambles to his left. He's at the 30. He gets to the 20. He's hit hard. It will be a gain of 1 on the play. And a flag on the play. And it is a holding on Clarkston. So that will back up the Wolves to the 30-yard line. Bring up 2nd and 13 here for Clarkston. 10-17 left to go in the first. Trips receivers to the left of Washenko. One wide receiver at the top of the screen. Cam Love, Wendell Childs, Griffin Bowman on the trips left. Washenko takes a snap. He looks left, pumps fake, and there's a screen, middle screen to the tight end at the 20, at the 15, at the 10. Touchdown, Clarkston. Ryan Gifford on the tight end screen. 30 yards and another Wolves touchdown. Four offensive plays for the Wolves. 2 touchdowns. They're up 13-0. with 9:44 left to go here in the first quarter. Lake Orion brought the pressure. Clarkston brought the perfect play call. Middle tight end screen to Ryan Gifford, and he scampers across the field, finds open grass in the open end zone. Aiden O'Neill for your point after. Snap is off, hold is down, kick is up. And it's good, just like that. 2:15 into this game. Clarkston 14, Lake Orion nothing. And if this season already hasn't been long enough for Lake Orion, an 0-5 start, you come to Clarkston to face your rival, and just a shade over 2 minutes in, you're down 14-0. Lake Orion set to receive the kick, see who comes out at quarterback. Brody Thompson on his fumble was shaken up, had to meet with the trainers. Limped off the field. If he can't come out, Anderson Adams, number 12, he's their starting wide receiver, also comes in for a few plays at quarterback. Normally when it's passing situations, but we'll see what happens in the status of Brody Thompson. Aiden O'Neill set to kick off for your Wolves. 14-0 lead here early on in the first. Boots it, a low screaming line drive that will bounce out of the end zone. Another touchback, and Lake Orion will take over on their 20-yard line. Their first drive lasted 2 plays, ended on the Brody Thompson fumble. Clarkston was able to capitalize pretty quick with a Ryan Gifford tight end screen for a touchdown. And throughout this year, quarterback Alex Washenko hasn't racked up a lot of passing yards because their run game has been so prominent throughout the early start of the season. He is 3 for 3 for 93 yards and 2 touchdowns already in this game. Anderson Adams, junior quarterback, he was a starting wide receiver. Brody Thompson out, Adams steps in. It is a pitch to that far side. Looking for the sideline and taken down for a minimal gain. Looks like a gain of 2 yards. Be 2nd and 8 for the Dragons. I'm gonna give them 1 yard on the carry. Second and 9, Lake Orion has the ball at the 21-yard line, in between the 21 and 22. 9-10 left to go in the first. Clarkston already up 14-0. Trips on the bottom of your screen for the Dragons. Adams takes a snap. He looks to his right. He finds an open receiver, and it is dropped. That'll bring up 3rd down for Lake Orion. Brecken Powers on the drop there for the Dragons. Third and 9 here for Lake Orion. They need to get to the 30-yard line. They're between the 21, 22-yard line in their own area. 2 wide receivers at the bottom of the screen, 1 wide receiver at the top. Adams gets the snap, drops back to pass, and whips it out towards the sideline as he's hit, and that ball is going to be called incomplete. Wesley Pratt for Lake Orion had it for a second, gets tackled as he's catching it. Ball is dropped. And that will bring up a 4th down here for the Dragons, and they are set to punt it away. Colton Williams set back to receive the punt for your Wolves. Snap is off. Handles cleanly, almost blocked. It is a high kick. Williams will receive it just around the 50-yard line. He's trying to find the sideline. He's at the 40. He's at the 30. 1 man to beat. Oh. Out around the 26-yard line. Travis Hohenscheid, the punter, getting in on the tackling action there. Clarkston takes over on the 25-yard line. 1st and 10, up 14-0 already. 8:39 left to go in the first. Only 4 offensive plays for Clarkston, but 2 touchdowns out of those 4 plays. Griffin Bowman lined up as running back next to Washenko. Missed last game due to a knee injury. He's back and ready to go. Flags, looks like we had 1 member of each team jump. They'll probably hit Clarkston here with the false start. Be false start on Clarkston. That will back them up 5 yards to the 30-yard line. And a 1st and 15 for your Wolves. Stacked wide receivers on the right, hand off to Griffin Bowman. He's going to try to find the edge. He's at the 25, and that's where he's going to be taken down just around the 24-yard line. Griffin Bowman, welcome back. Down at the 24. Gain of 6 on the play. Second and 9 from Clarkston. Griffin Bowman staying out. 2 wide receivers on the top, 2 wide receivers on the bottom of this formation. Cap Bond, Jack Kopsch on the bottom of your screen. Hand off to Griffin Bowman up the middle. He tries to cut back, and he's at the 15. He's at the 10. That's where he is tripped up. Wesley Pratt stopping Griffin Bowman at the 11-yard line. 13-yard gain. And a Clarkston first down, 1st and 10 on the 11. Clarkston still has a chance to get a first down here. They got to get down to the 1-yard line at 1st and 10. Griffin Bowman still in the backfield with Washenko. Washenko gets the snap. He rolls to his left. He throws to the corner of the end zone. Caught! Touchdown, Gavin Bond. 20-0, Clarkston early on. The 11-yard touchdown pass. That's Washenko's 3rd touchdown pass of the game. And your Wolves aren't wasting time here. Already up 20-0. 7:27 left to go here in the first quarter. Aiden O'Neill for your point after. Snap is off, hold is down, kick is up. And it's good. Clarkston 21, Lake Orion 0. And just like that, 3-score lead for Clarkston, just almost halfway through the first quarter. If you're just joining us, thank you for watching Clarkston Varsity Football here on Independence Television, Comcast Channel 22, or if you're on Clarkston Community Schools YouTube page. Welcome in. We thank you for watching tonight. This homecoming game for Clarkston High School, taking on their rival Lake Orion. The trophy, I have it in my sights, is on the track, on display, and Clarkston is going to try to keep it for themselves tonight. These teams have met 4 times in the last 2 years, splitting those games. Lake Orion has won the regular season matchups. Clarkston's wins have come in the MHSAA playoffs. Tonight, I don't think there will be a second chance as Lake Orion comes this game 0-5. The Wolves didn't want to mess around. They're up 21-0. Aiden O'Neill, another boot out of the end zone. And the Dragons will take over at the 20. I see Griffin Bowman get back out there as running back. missed last game. Just a knee injury, had a brace on, but as we've seen tonight, no brace on the right knee and moving quite fine. 19 rushing yards on 2 rushes for Griffin Bowman in his return to action. Lake Orion will take over now, trailing 21-0 on their own 20-yard line. Anderson Adams at quarterback. Hands it off right up the middle, finding a seam and tackled down at the 35. Don Hawkins. They mark him down at the 34-yard line, a gain of 14 in a first down. The first down for Lake Orion in this contest. Receiver on the bottom of your screen, one at the top. Fullback in, and snap goes over Adams' head. He's able to corral it at the 25, and that's where the Wolves take him down in the backfield. Trey Setter finishing that play off. Down at the 32. That will go down as a sack for Trey Setter. Excuse me, down, not 32, at the 28. A loss of 6 on the play. 2nd and 16 for the Dragons. Hard to get a snap over Anderson Adams' head. He is one tall kid out there. He gets a snap, hands it off. Matt in the backfield, big hit. Lucas Bowman taking down Don Hawkins. Mark him down at the 29-yard line. 3rd and 15 for Lake Orion. .5:30 left to go here in the first. Clarkston 21, Lake Orion 0. 2 wide receivers at the top of your screen, actually 3. 1 at the bottom. Adams drops back to pass, a little pressure from Clarkston, doesn't get home, and that post is caught, and just escaping, gets down at the 50-yard line. Michael Champagne on the 21-yard completion. Ball's at midfield, another first down for the Dragons. Trying to crawl back into this one as your Wolves lead 21-0 here. 5 minutes left to go in the first. Alex Washenko, 3 touchdown passes. 1 to Lucas Bowman. 1 to Ryan Gifford. And 1 to Gavin Bond. 1st and 10 for the Dragons. Their first time at midfield here. Adams takes a snap, handoff, and the flags are out.
There is a flag. Flag on the 24 away.
And that'll be a false start on Lake Orion. They'll back it up 5 yards.
It'll be first down and 15.
First and 15 from their own 45-yard line. For the Dragons, 4:35 left to go in the first. Clarkston 21, Lake Orion 0. Beautiful night to take in a football game. Early October, 80 degrees outside. Sun starting to go down. This homecoming game for your Wolves. A little shift in the formation here from the Dragons. 1st and 15, it's a handoff to Hawkins. He's trying to find the edge, and he's going to be stopped. Ball comes out, but whistle came first. So Lake Orion will keep the ball. They're down at their own 47-yard line. McMahaffey getting the stop down at the 48. 3-yard gain, 2nd and 12. Chase Olson, Liam Sutherland, Gabe Mansour on your defensive line, Trey Setter, Hunter Kauth, the Bowman brothers, your linebackers, Cam Love, Wendell Childs out as your corners. And it's going to be a jet sweep for the Dragons to the short side of the field. There is a flag on the play as Hawkins goes out of bounds. Might be a holding here on the Dragons. It's bound to happen when you run that short side jet sweep. There's not a lot of room for error for your blockers. And it will be a holding on Lake Orion. Coach Pintar's making a choice now here, whether it be 3rd and long or 2nd and extra long. They're going to push Lake Orion 10 yards back.
That brings up a 2nd down and 22.
2nd and 22 here for Lake Orion. They're on their own 38-yard line. The series of downs started at midfield. And a false start and a holding penalty has pushed them back to their own 38. Adams drops back to pass. He's now looking to his right, looking in the middle. That ball's deflected. Big hit, Griffin Bowman. Pass is caught down at the 45-yard line.
Making the stop is number 0.
7 yards on the play. 3rd and 15 coming up for Lake Orion.
3rd and 15.
Griffin Bowman laying the hit stick down on Brecken Powers. Great job by Brecken to hang on to that ball. Now 3rd and 15 for Lake Orion. Adams drops back to pass. Rolling to his left. He's got room to run. There is a penalty flag on the field. Adams does cross the 1st down marker, but there is a flag in the backfield. Looks like that 16-yard run for Anderson Adams might come back here. A holding on Lake Orion. We'll push the Dragons back to the 35-yard line. It is 3rd and 25 now for the Dragons. 2:07 left to go to the first. Your Wolves up 21-0 here in their homecoming rivalry game.
Ball set on the 35-yard line and 35 yards to go. That's 25 yards to go. Ball's on the 35. Thank you.
Lake Orion needs to get to Clarkston's 40-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 25, under 2 minutes here in the first. And we are getting our first timeout.
And the Dragons call a timeout.
Lake Orion with the first timeout of this half. 1:46 left to go. I'm Ryan Elke, Independence Television. Thank you for joining us on this Friday night. A presentation of Clarkston High School varsity football. Your Wolves 21, Lake Orion Dragons 0. Clarkston won the toss. They chose to have the ball from the get-go. They made the most of that choice as on the first play from scrimmage. Alex Washenko to Lucas Bowman, 56-yard swing pass. So we got to 7-0. Fumble from Lake Orion 2 plays later on their offensive drive. Ryan Gifford, touchdown reception, 30 yards on the tight end screen. And after a Lake Orion punt, Clarkston took over and Gavin Bond with an 11-yard touchdown reception. That's how we got to our 21. 3rd and 25 here for the Dragons. 3 wide receivers at the bottom of your screen, running back in the backfield, 1 receiver on top of your screen. Adams gets a snap, drops back to pass, getting flush from the pocket, trying to step up, and he's going to be brought down. Chase Greach on the sack. Gretsch. Chase Gretsch on the sack. Be a gain of nothing. 4th and 25 for Lake Orion. They are set to punt. Colton Williams set back to receive for your Wolves. Standing near his own 28-yard line. Punt is nearly blocked by Cam Love. Ball goes out of bounds. Excuse me, it's not Cam Love almost blocking it. That was Ty Duffy jumping in there. Ball goes out at Clarkston's own 45. And that's where your Wolves will take over. $56-yard drive, 27-yard drive, and a 35-yard drive for your Wolves on their 3 scoring drives of this contest. Now they look for a 55-yard one. Just under a minute here in the first. Gavin Bond, Colton Williams. Wide receivers on top of your screen. Hunter Kauth, tight end. Hank Horning in motion. He's going to take the reverse sweep, and he's trying to make a move. He's going to be brought down. They're going to mark it down for a loss of 1. Bring up 2nd and 11 for Clarkston. Lucas Bowman out there as the running back. Trying to get Hank Horning in on the action. Seemed like he found a seam, tried to make one more move, but then tackled down for the 1-yard loss. 2nd and 11 for Clarkston. Trips receivers on the top of your screen. Lucas Bowman behind your quarterback, Alex Washenko. And we got a trickeration. Lucas Bowman throws deep to Wendell Childs and incomplete. Washenko to Gavin Bond, the wide receiver screen. Lucas Bowman was running over there. Bond pitches it to Lucas Bowman. He let it air out to Wendell Childs, and just a little too tall for Childs on that throw. Going for a little trickeration. But now 3rd and 11 for Clarkston. 11 seconds left to go in the first. Washenko takes snap, drops back to pass. He's going to roll to his left. Whips out to Wendell Childs, and he's going to be taken down. And a late flag coming down. Wendell Childs was tackled at the 47.
Wendell Childs, there is a play.
A late flag thrown. Saw Clarkston and Lake Orion player kind of flying through your screen. And they're going to call the personal foul on Lake Orion, unsportsmanlike conduct. So instead of it being 4th and 8, it will be a first down for your Wolves in Dragon territory. Oh, the referee just comes back out, reverses their call, and they're actually calling the personal foul on Lucas Bowman for the late hit. So Clarkston will be backed up to their own 32-yard line.
32-yard line. And that is the end of the first quarter.
That's the end of your first quarter. Clarkston 21, Lake Orion nothing of this homecoming rivalry matchup. When we start the second quarter, it'll be 3rd and 23 for Clarkston. Lucas Bowman racking up a personal foul after the play on that. But a great start for your Wolves. 3 touchdown passes in that first quarter, up 21-0. And I really don't have to mention, we've known how this rivalry has gone the past 2 seasons. Meeting in the regular season, of course, but then meeting your rival again in the playoffs 2 years in a row. And Clarkston has gotten the last laugh of each of those 2 seasons, losing the regular season matchup and coming back and winning in the playoffs. Your Wolves won't have a chance to avenge any sort of loss to the Dragons this year, as like Orion coming into this game 0-5. So Clarkston trying to make the most of their one matchup against the Dragons this year, and they have with a 21-0 lead as we start the second quarter. 4th and 23. Wolves will punt. And play is blown dead here. We have a false start here on Clarkston. Push it back 5 more yards.
There is a flag against the wall.
Ball's on the 27-yard line. This drive
5 yards. It'll be 4th down and 27.
It's gone back quite a bit. Gone back. Started this drive on their own 45-yard line. Aiden O'Neill with the punt. Fielded around the 35-yard line. Finds some rooming up the middle as the Dragons are crossing the 50. Make another move into Clarkston territory around the 43-yard line. Peyton Lyles. The nice return, finding a seam up that middle. And the Dragons will start their drive on the 42-yard line.
3-yard line, and it'll be 1st and 10 for the Dragons.
The Orion was able to move the ball a little bit on their last drive, but penalties plaguing their drive, a couple holding penalties, and a couple of sacks as well. Stalled the Dragons' last drive. Now they start this one in Clarkston territory on the Wolves' 42-yard line. Just joining us, Brody Thompson, number 4 of Lake Orion, the starting quarterback, second play of the game. Hit hard, trying to scramble out of the pocket, lost the ball, and then went down and has not returned since the second play, offensive play for the Dragons. So Anderson Adams, number 12, has stepped in, take over their quarterbacking duties. Adams does play quarterback from time to time already this year. It's Brody Thompson on the shorter side. Adams, quite tall, would come in passing situations. Does have a good arm. Here we go. 1st and 10 for the Dragons on the Wolves' 42. Adams under center for Lake Orion. Takes the snap, and it's going to be a reverse to the short side of the field. Met in the back field, and finished by the Bowman brothers. Lucas Bowman slowed him down. Griffin Bowman finished it off. 8-yard loss on 1st and 10. Ball's at midfield now. 2nd and 18. Trying the reverse. Lucas Bowman sat home on it, was able to slow it down. Griffin Bowman came with a big finishing hit. 2nd and 18, ball at midfield for the Dragons. 11 minutes to go in the half. Adams drops back to pass, looks to his right, stepping up in the pocket, throws it deep down the middle, and it is caught near the 1st down marker. Calm down at the 34-yard line.
Making the stop is number 4, Cam Lowe.
16 yards on that pass play. 3rd and 2 for the Dragons. It looks like we might get another timeout here from Lake Orion. That's their second timeout of the half. 10:56 left to go here in the second quarter. Your Wolves 21, Lake Orion 0. And that last pass play from Lake Orion, the 16 yards, that is their longest play of the game so far. The Dragons on this contest, just 2 completed passes. On the evening, Anderson Adams is more of their throwing quarterback. So he has a nice arm. They're looking to attack the middle of the field when he's dropping back to pass, and that's where they found their little bit of success tonight in the passing game. 3rd and 2 here for the Dragons. They need to get to the 32-yard line. Adams in the pistol. Hand off to Dawkins to the right side, met up the middle near the first down marker. Tackle down, looks like that's going to be enough for the first down. We'll see where the refs spot it. They're going to mark him right at 32. And they're going to give Lake Orion the first down. One ref called for the chains. The head official said, don't need them. First down, Dragons. 10:30 left to go in the second. The Dragons are driving right now on Clarkston's 32. Just joining us, Griffin Bowman back in action tonight after missing the last game against Rochester Adams. He's looking quite well tonight. Had a big hit already on this drive. Adams gets the snap. Handoff up the middle to Hawkins, finding some room, squeezing through, even pushing the official out of the way down near the 25-yard line. They're going to mark him down at the 24. Gain of 8 on first down. Setter McAfee and the official credited with a tackle on that play. One official couldn't get out of the scrum fast enough, gets knocked down. But second down and 2 here for Lake Orion, looking to get on the board. 9:30 left to go in the first half. Adams takes a snap, handoff up the middle to Hawkins. Finds a seam, and he's going to get up to the 21-yard line. A gain of 3, and another Lake Orion first down.
Taking the stop is number 4, Cam Love.
Lake Orion putting together their another long drive here. Not come away with points, as their last drive they were able to get 9 plays off in the drive, but a couple penalties, couple sacks derailed it, and they had to punt the ball. Now already 6 plays, the 6th play of this drive. 1st and 10 on the 21. Handoff up the middle to the Dragons. Lucas Bowman getting it in on that tackle on Wesley Pratt. Marking down at the 19, a gain of 2. Sutherland also in on the tackle. We have a Wolf down on the field. Today's Hunter House down right now. Junior linebacker talking to the trainers. Be 2nd and 8 for the Dragons. Coming up, Cal stands up. And without help from the trainers, looks a little shaken up, walking off the field under his own power. Ball's on Clarkston's 19, second and 8, 8:48 left to go in the half. Lake Orion driving, looking for their first points of the game as your Wolves lead 21-0 here in the second quarter. Anderson Adams takes a snap, running option right, fakes the pitch. He finds a seam up the middle, tripped up and down inside the 15-yard line there, and mark him down at the 13. 6 yards on second and 8 will bring up a 3rd and 2 for Lake Orion. Imagine being down 21-0 now here in the second. It is 4 down territory for the Dragons. Hand off to the left side, up the middle. It's going to be stuffed. Looks like a small gain will bring up a 4th down here for Lake Orion. They're going to give them a gain of 1 on the play. Minimal gain. They need to get to the 12-yard line. Ball is between the 13 and 14-yard line. 4th and a long 1 here for the Dragons. Heavy to the right for Lake Orion. Motioning over, making the strong side on the right, on the top of your screen. Adams with the handoff up the middle is Pratt. He's down inside the 10-yard line, marked down at the 6. And that'll be 1st and goal for Lake Orion. First and goal from the 6. Dragons trying to find their first points of the contest. Sustaining a long drive here against that Clarkston defense. Strong side to the left on the bottom of your screen for Lake Orion. Adams in the pistol, takes the snap, hands it off to Pratt up the middle, finding some room near the goal line. Lucas Bowman trying to stand him up, and they're going to call the play done just shy of the goal line. A 5-yard gain for Wesley Pratt, but down to the 1. Now 2nd and goal here. 6:15 left to go in the half. Cody Sandamore coming in for Liam Sutherland here. Beat up that defensive line. Gabe Mansour also down there. Been awfully quiet tonight so far. A tight formation from Lake Orion. Adams, just quarterback, sneaks it in, and he is in for the touchdown. Anderson Adams, QB sneak. That is a 10-play drive, 42 yards. And Lake Orion gets on the board with 5:53 left to go in the half. Jan Ludwig, the kicker for Lake Orion. Waiting for officials to be ready for this point after. Snap is off, hold is down, kick is up. And it's good. 5:53 left to go in the half. Lake Orion finally gets on the board, but still trail by 2 scores. Your Clarkston Wolves 21, Lake Orion 7. Clarkston won the toss to begin the game, and they chose to get the ball to start. So it means Lake Orion will get the ball to start the second half here. But 5:53 left to go. All 3 timeouts left for Clarkston. Hoping that they can just slowly drain this clock and get one more score in before the half. Wendell Childs, Hank Horning going to be back to receive for Clarkston. Never seen a Lake Orion coach way out into the field. Don't know. Not talking to officials either. I think he was just helping line up Lake Orion's kickoff team. Jan Ludwig, kicker for the Dragons.
Number 13, Wendell Childs, and number 18, Hank Horning.
5:53 left to go. You're just joining us. Thank you for joining Independence Television's presentation of Clarkston High School varsity football. I'm Ryan Elke, your announcer this evening. I thank all the students, media production students here at Clarkston High School who are putting on this broadcast for you tonight. Doing great work of bringing you all the action of this homecoming rivalry game, the 62nd meeting between the Wolves and the Dragons. And you don't have to be from Clarkston or Lake Orion to know how big of a game this is. This is just known with these two towns next to each other. A lot of bragging rights on the line tonight. Clarkston jumped out to the early 21-0 lead. Well, looks like the officials got everything squared away. There's the ready to play whistle. With the kick, Horning's going to grab it near the 11-yard line on the top of your screen, and he's getting dragged down. He's going to be pulled down at the 24-yard line, and that's where the Wolves will take over. First and 10 for your Wolves on the 23-yard line. 5:46 left to go in the half. They have the big 21-7 lead now. The last drive ended in a punt, which led to the Lake Orion score. See if the offense can get back on track. In their first 7 plays, they had 3 touchdowns. Last 2 plays the officials have taken. And we get a personal foul on Clarkston. Didn't even see the flag drop down. The Wolves or the officials were discussing something. Well, it looks like they may have heard something that they didn't want to hear from the kids down there, so the ball is backed up on their 12-yard line. Rush to the top of your screen. Looks like Griffin Bowman down near the 20-yard line.
Making the stop is number 51, Samuel Buchanan.
8 yards on the carry.
Second down, and
So the penalty happened on the kick return. So it did not result in a 1st and 25 situation. It was 1st and 10. And after that 8-yard gain, and 2nd and 2, handoff to Bowman again up the middle, trying to find some room, escaping. Then jumps back to the middle, enough for the first down. The pile still moving near the 30-yard line. They're mark him down at the 30. Gain of 10 on the play, and enough for a Wolves first down.
32-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Wolves. 31-yard line. It's going to be the 30.
Williams in motion to the top of your screen. Washenko gets the snap. Hands off to Griffin Bowman on top of your screen. He's finding a way. He's at the 50, the 40, the 30, and just tripped up. The ball came loose, but the referees are going to call Griffin Bowman down at the 20. And that is a 50-yard gain there for Griffin Bowman. This off-tackle run on the short side of the field. Griffin Bowman found a hold and found the sideline and just tripped up. Probably an inch away. If you just got that foot a little higher, would have been in. But now it's 1st and 10 for your Wolves. On the Dragons, 20-yard line. They're threatening to score. 4:20 left to go in the half. Williams in motion. Washenko gets snapped. Hands off to Lucas Bowman up the middle. And he's fighting for some more yards. He's inside the 15-yard line. You're going to mark him right down at the 15 for Lucas Bowman. 2nd and 5. Lucas Bowman started the game out with touchdown reception on a swing pass, went 56 yards. That's his first carry of the afternoon. Excuse me, of the evening now, as night has fallen here in this game. 3:40 left to go in the half. 2nd and 5 from the 15. Williams in motion. Washenko gets the snap, hands off to Lucas Bowman to the left at the top of your screen. He's at the 10, the 5, touchdown, Clarkston. Lucas Bowman, 15 yards, and Clarkston back on the board. They're up 27-7 over Lake Orion. The Bowman brothers getting it done on that drive. 88 yards of rushing between Griffin Bowman and Lucas Bowman right there for a drive that started on the 12-yard line thanks to a unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on the return. It was 2 minutes and 15 seconds, and a few rushes later, here we'll score again. Here's the point after. Snap is off, hold is down, kick is up. And it's good. 3:28 left to go in the half. Your Wolves 28, Lake Orion Dragons 7. That's what Clarkston needed there. Normally the Wolves very run heavy in the first quarter throughout the season, but came out passing. Alex Washenko 3 touchdown passes in the first quarter. But when you get Griffin Bowman back, you want to give him the ball. And 68 yards of rushing on that drive alone. A big 50-yard run from the Wolves 30 to the Dragons 20. Just tripped up, was so close to breaking that big touchdown run. But Griffin Bowman letting Lucas Bowman come in, his brother, come off, finish the drive. A 15-yard TD run, and now Clarkston back to their 21-point lead here late in the second quarter. Aiden O'Neill with the boot. As in the end zone in automatic touchback. First and 10 for Lake Orion. On their own 20-yard line, 3:28 left to go in the half. If you're just joining us, you're familiar with the Lake Orion Dragons team. Brody Thompson, starting quarterback, out of the game on second play. Offensive play for the Dragons. Took a hit from multiple Clarkston defenders, fumbled the ball, and went down and hobbled off after that play. He has not been back since. Anderson Adams has been the quarterback for Lake Orion. They hand it off up the middle to Hawkins, and he gets tripped up. Going to mark him down at the 23. That's a 3-yard gain, and a 2nd and 7 for Lake Orion coming up. Last 2 drives from Lake Orion have been pretty long drives. 1 stall due to penalties and sacks. Their last drive resulted in a touchdown. Anderson Adams at the QB sneak. But on their last 2 drives, 20 total plays for Lake Orion. They've been able to keep this Clarkston defense on the field for a long time. Fake pitch. Anderson rolls out to his right. And almost a one-handed catch. But dropped as Adams' pass came in. Ryan Rushelo trying with the one-handed grab on the pass behind him, but could not hang on.
Third down and 7.
3rd and 7 for Lake Orion here. So Anderson Adams comes in, quite the arm on him. And on these pass plays, they've been trying to attack the middle of the field. Trips to the left on the bottom of your screen. 2:36 left to go in the half. Adams takes a snap, looks to his left, going through the middle, and a big hit. Ball's out. Jumped on by Lake Orion, and one official coming in. They're going to call that pass incomplete.
That pass was incomplete.
The receiver, Cole Shosky, did not have possession long enough. To keep that ball alive. So that will bring up a 4th down for Lake Orion, and they are set to punt here. Colton Williams back to receive for your Wolves. Standing on his own 41-yard line. Clarkston's been close to blocking a few of these punts. Let's see how close they get. There is a flag down on the play.
No official timeout.
So equipment issue, not having the mouth guard in. Officials been on top of those.
Take a delay of game against the Wolves.
Seen a lot of those equipment penalties called this year from the MHSAA officials. 4th and 2, Lake Orion still set to punt.
4th and 2.
Snap is off, picked up on a hobble and almost blocked. Ball will go out of bounds near the Clarkston 40. They're going to mark it down at Clarkston's 42. And that's where your Wolves will take over. 2:23 left to go, all 3 timeouts left. Wolves 28, Dragons 7. And a great stand by the defense, A, to just get off the field quickly. They've been on the field quite some time here in the 2nd quarter. But now they get the ball with 58 yards to go for another score. 2:23 left. Of course, probably only need good 15, maybe even 20 yards of stretching it to get into Aiden O'Neill's range. Trips to the right. Shenko in the shotgun. Throws Lucas Bowman in motion. And there you go, middle screen to Williams, and he's at the 45, 50. He's finding some room, the 40, the 30, the 20, the 10. Touchdown, Clarkston. Colton Williams, 58 yards. The opening play of the game, they put Lucas Bowman in motion like that, ran the swing pass to him. He scampered for 56 yards. This play, they use the same motion. Williams comes in for the middle screen. Hey, diddle diddle, right up the middle. 58 yards later, your Wolves score, and they've extended their lead 34-7 over the Dragons. Aiden O'Neill for the point after. Snap is off, hold is down, kick is up. And it's good.
Next point is good out of the hole of number 10, Denver. Taking the score now, the Wolves 35.
Your Clarkston Wolves.
And the Dragons 7.
Up 28 points here in the first half. Score of 35-7. Alex Washenko on the day, 4 touchdown passes. Well over 100 yards as 2 of his touchdown passes gone over 50.
In the bucket between the quarters, a Clarkston representative is currently stationed near the concession stand to collect cash donations. Look for the orange Home Depot bucket. Thank you for your contributions this evening.
Orion having a tough year already, but not catching any sympathy from Clarkston this year. Orion comes into the game 0-5. But Clarkston knows they've lost the last 2 times they've met in the regular season. Clarkston's been able to avenge those losses in the playoffs, but there won't be a second meeting this year. Clarkston making the most of it tonight, up 35-7. Aiden O'Neill set back to kick. Gives it a boot. It's going in the end zone. Another touchback. Ball will go on the 20. That's where Lake Orion will take over. 2:11 left to go. Dragons have 1 timeout remaining. Clarkston has jumped all over Lake Orion in this game. A 28-point lead, 35 points. And throughout this season, we've seen a great rushing attack from Clarkston and a heavy rushing attack from Clarkston. But some great play calls today from Coach Pintar and the staff. Been able to exploit Lake Orion defense on the screen plays, and that's resulted in 3 different touchdown passes, 3 different types of screen plays for the Wolves. Adams drops back to pass, jumping up in the pocket, finding some room. He's past the line of scrimmage, taken down by Gabe Mansour after a gain of 5.
Adams making the stop for the Wolves, number 9. Gabe Mansour. Second down and
2nd and 5 for Lake Orion. 1:50 left to go in the half. Two wide receivers at the bottom of the formation. 1 receiver on top. Anderson drops back to pass. HB draw up the middle, up to the top of your screen. Hawkins scratching and clawing and moves enough for a first down. Marked down at the 33-yard line, a gain of 8. Orion gets another first down. Marked him down at 32. 1:20 left to go in the half. Lake Orion just 1 timeout remaining. Adams gets snap, drops back to pass, looks to his left, going to the middle of the field, and in and out of Rochelo's hands as Ty Duffy was ready to lay a big hit. Now it's a 2nd and 10 for Lake Orion. .110 left to go in this half. Your Wolves up 35-7. And when Lake Orion's dropped back to pass, they've been looking to attack the middle of the field. Anderson Adams drops back with the pass. Some pressure on the crossing route is caught, but Lucas Bowman brings him down quickly at the 35-yard line. A gain of 3 yards. Be 3rd and 7 coming up. Clarkston takes their first time out with 1 minute left to go. Roughly a minute left to go in the half.
Shot on the 35-yard line. 3rd and 7.
Closing in at the end of the first half. Your Wolves up 35-7, a big third down. Clarkston took their first timeout of the half. Maybe trying to get the ball back one more time. Orion will come out with stacked trip receivers on the top of your screen. Pratt in the backfield with Adams for the Dragons. 3rd and 7. Adams drops back to pass. A swing pass out to Pratt. And tackle Ty Duffy able to bring him down at the 38-yard line.
Making the stop is number 29, Ty Duffy.
3-yard gain. Bring up a 4th and 4. Clarkston takes their second timeout. If Lake Orion chooses to punt here, Clarkston will have a timeout in their pocket. Getting back on offense. Clarkston won the toss. They chose to get the ball at the start of the game, and one play in, 56-yard swing pass to Lucas Bowman for the touchdown. So that means the Lake Orion Dragons will start the second half with the ball. We're awfully close to that running clock situation here. As your Wolves are up 28 points here in the second quarter. Looks like Lake Orion is going to go for it here on 4th and 4. Dangerous call here. Each team with one timeout left. Just under a minute to go here in the half. 57 seconds, 4th and 4. Lake Orion needs to get to the 42-yard line. Adams under center. Going for a hard count here. Looks like Lake Orion is going to take their final timeout. They try to get the hard count for the first down. No one from the defense jumped, so Lake Orion will take their final timeout. 57 seconds left to go. 4th and 4. Looks like their punt team is going to come out on the field after this timeout. And out of the punts today from Lake Orion, Clarkston has been able, or not been able, they've been very close to getting a block. I would not be surprised if at some point during this game we see the Wolves with a blocked punt. They've been oh so close. Right here, Lake Orion will punt it away. Colton Williams back to receive for Clarkston, standing on his own 30-yard line. Both teams lined up ready to play, but still 15 seconds left in this timeout. All right, we're ready to get back into action here. 4th and 4. Lake Orion set to punt. Colton Williams set back to receive for the Wolves. And Ty Duffy and Lucas Bowman almost there on the punt. Williams bobbles it, drops it, 25, picks it up. He's trying to find the sideline. He's past the 30. He's at the 40. He's at the 45. He's brought down at the 46-yard line. 21-yard return. 1st and 10 for your Wolves. 54 yards to go. 44 seconds on the clock. Ball's marked at the 47. 3 wide receivers to your left. Horning, Childs, and Williams. Cam Love on the bottom of your screen. Washenko in the shotgun. Motions Lucas Bowman now. Washenko drops back to pass. Looking in the middle. He's got Colton Williams. That's caught at the 25-yard line. 25 yards on first down. 29 yards. 1st and 10 for Clarkston. 37 seconds left to go in the half. Clock now running. Washenko drops back to pass, looks to his right, and he's got Cam Love in a little seam, overthrows. Overthrows Love on the play. Incomplete. 2nd and 10. from Lake Orion's 25 coming up. 31 seconds left. Clarkston looking to push their lead. They lead right now 35-7. Warning at the top of your screen. Love and Childs at the bottom. Colton Williams going out to the left as well. On top of your screen, Lucas Bowman in the backfield with Washenko. Washenko gets snap, drops back to pass. He looks to his left, and he's going to have to move to his left, and sacked, brought down at the 34-yard line.
And the Wolves call a timeout.
And a timeout from Clarkston with 23 seconds left to go.
It'll be first down and 19.
3rd and 19. Still be about a 51-yard field goal from here for Aiden O'Neill, who has the leg to hit it. See how Clarkston handles this last play. They just used their last timeout. 19 yards to go for the first down, so if they get tackled inbounds and not for a first down, they have to run up and spike it, or have to do the fire drill routine to get the field goal unit out. But right now the Wolves do sit in Aiden O'Neill range. As of now, be around a 51-yard field goal. Horning and Williams can be on the top of your screen. Childs and Love on the bottom of your screen. Lucas Bowman in the backfield with Washenko. Childs motions. Crossover trips to the left. Putting Lucas Bowman in motion. Washenko gets snap, drops back to pass, pressure up the middle. Throws it deep to Lucas Bowman, and incomplete near the goal line.
Intended for number 1, pass goes incomplete. Bring up a fourth down.
4th and 19 on Lake Orion's 34, and here comes Aiden O'Neill for the field goal attempt. Nice pass from Washenko as pressure was coming right up the middle. Had to get rid of it. Lucas Bowman trying to out-jump 2 defenders. Couldn't come down with the catch. Aiden O'Neill set for this 51-yard field goal attempt. Brody Denver, your holder. Snap is off, hold is down, kick is up. And wide left, no good.
To the right side. I will go over to the Dragons.
Orion close to blocking that one. Didn't look like Aiden O'Neill got a good kick on the ball. Went wide left. Looked like they had enough distance to barely cross the crossbar, but Clarkston comes up empty here on that drive, but 11 seconds left in the half. Your Wolves do lead 35-7. Homecoming game, rivalry game between Clarkston and Lake Orion. Clarkston has jumped to a big early lead here in this game, and the Dragons will get the ball to start the second half. Lake Orion has no timeouts, and it looks like they're going to just take a knee to end the half here. Adams takes the snap, takes the knee, and that is the end of your first half. Clarkston 35, Lake Orion 7. Dragons get the ball to start the second half, but big plays from your quarterback this evening. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown passes for Clarkston on the day. Started with the Lucas Bowman swing pass touchdown, then Ryan Gifford, a tight end screen, took it in for 30 yards. Washenko was able to find Gavin Bond on the next drive on an out route for an 11-yard touchdown pass. Clarkston jumped out to an early 21-0 lead. Lake Orion was able to sustain some drives came away with some points on the Anderson Adams QB sneak of 1 yard for a touchdown, brought to 21-7. And Lucas Bowman got in on the action with a touchdown run of his own for 15 yards. Then after a punt, Colton Williams took it 58 yards on the wide receiver screen. That's how we got to 35-7. We'll take a small break here, but stay tuned. We have your dance team. We have homecoming activities. Thank you for watching Independence Television's presentation of Clarkston High School varsity football. Comcast Channel 22 and the Clarkston Community Schools YouTube page will join you in the second half as the Wolves lead 35-7 over Lake Orion.
Welcome to the field, the CHS. The CHS cheer team. Holy Ghost Turkey. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome to the field the 123-member Clarkston High School Marching Band.
Good evening. Clarkston High School has a proud tradition of selecting 2 homecoming court winners from each grade. We asked staff members to nominate students who they'd be proud to have represent CHS in front of the community this evening. New this year, we are also honoring staff members. These staff members were nominated by students who said they made a positive impact on their time at CHS. And now it's time to welcome the 8th Clarkston High School 2025 homecoming court winners. First is English teacher Justin Losey. Justin is on our varsity football staff and unable to be a part of tonight's ceremony. We thank Justin for the contributions that he makes to CHS, always making it a great place to be. Next is French teacher Susan Moore. Susan is in her 23rd year of teaching at CHS. She's a graduate of Centerline High School, go Panthers, a co-advisor of CHS's National Honor Society, a co-advisor of the CHS class of 2028, and the advisor of our French Club. She is escorted this evening by Shannon, her husband of 21 years, and her 2 sons, Etienne and Julian. Etienne is a CHS senior, and Julian is a sophomore. Susan loves what she does and is honored to work at Clarkston High School. Congratulations, Susan Moore. And now for our student winners, starting with the sophomores. First is Shay Logan. Shay is a competitive dancer. In her free time, she enjoys going to the gym, drawing, and watching horror movies. After high school, she hopes to major in anesthesiology, and she loves being around her teammates and a butter croissant at Starbucks. Shay was nominated by Mrs. Martin and Mrs. Dennis. Mrs. Dennis says that Shay is a bright light, and Mrs. Martin says she approaches others with an open mind. She is joined tonight by her parents Stacy and Shane, and her siblings Trent and Adler. Congratulations to Shay Logan. Next is Ishan Patel. Ishan likes riding his bike and socializing with different types of people. He loves his friends and family and hopes to one day be a neurosurgeon. He specifically wants to help develop cognitive technology. Ishan was nominated by Mrs. Reb, who says that he always is looking to learn something new. Ishan is escorted tonight by his parent, Herbie Patel. Congratulations to Ishan. Now we have our junior homecoming court winners. First is Emily Goodrich. Emily is a varsity tennis player and she loves teaching tennis to young kids. She plans to study something in the science field and likes catching up with her sister, who's currently in college. Emily was nominated by Mr. Cook and Mrs. Kroll. Mrs. Kroll says that she is hardworking and kind to all. Mr. Cook says that Emily is extremely polite and incredibly thoughtful. She is joined tonight by her dad David and her mom Abby and her siblings Allison and Jack. Congratulations, Emily Goodrich. Next is junior Maya Moser. Maya enjoys singing, performing on stage, and spending time with her friends. She plans to study either musical therapy or vocal performance. As you can tell, music makes her smile, as do her friends and family. Maya was nominated by Mrs. Dubeck and Mr. Cook. Mr. Cook says Maya is incredibly resilient and always helpful in class. Mrs. Dubeck says that she has incredible talent, a beautiful smile, and loves learning. Maya is joined tonight by her mom Rose and her dad Jason. Congratulations, Maya. And finally, we have our senior homecoming court winners. First is Willa Schneider. Willa loves hanging out with her friends. Next year, she hopes to attend Hope College, where she'll study to become a teacher. Not surprisingly, Willa loves being at school. Willa was nominated by Mrs. Marchand and Miss Benjamin. Miss Benjamin says that Willa always lights up her room with her positivity and kindness. Mrs. Marchand says that she is kind, thoughtful, and a friend to everyone. Willa is joined tonight by her mom Sarah, her dad James, her siblings Peyton and Tallulah. And also Willa's grandma is with her tonight. We call her Nanny Lynn. Congratulations, Willa. And finally, we have Sebastian Truskowski. Seb serves as the manager for the varsity football team. He loves traveling with his family. When asked what makes him smile, Sebby said that his teachers, coaches, friends, and family make him smile. They're all family to him. Sebby was nominated by many adults. Mrs. Melcher says that Sebby is an ideal Clarkston Wolf and that he embodies immense school pride, treats everyone with kindness, and consistently supports his peers. Mrs. Constable says Sebby always has a positive attitude and is kind to everyone. He's with his parents tonight, Julie and Johnny, along with his sister, Annabella. Sebby wanted me to tell you all the following on his behalf tonight. Go Wolves, beat Orion. Congratulations, Sebby Krastowski. It is my honor to present the 2025 CHS Homecoming Court. Please give them another ovation. Go Wolves. You are dismissed.
The second half, the Wolves will be kicking off and the Dragons will be receiving. Merchandise window is now open near the concession stand. The merchandise window is open. Be sure to get your CHS Gold wear.
Welcome back, everybody, to the second half. Independence Television's presentation of Clarkston High School varsity football. Ryan Elke, your announcer this evening, whether you're watching on Comcast Channel 22 or Clarkston Community Schools YouTube page. We thank you for joining us for homecoming night. Clarkston versus Lake Orion, the rivalry game, 62nd meeting. And especially the last couple of years where they've met not only in the regular season and in the playoffs. It has been one of the best rivalries here in the state of Michigan. Lake Orion falling on hard times this year, coming into the game 0-5, and Clarkston is not letting them forget about it right now. They lead 35-7 going into the second half. And Alex Washenko on the day, 7 of 10 for 194 yards and 4 touchdowns. Lucas Bowman, he has 2 touchdowns on the day, a 15-yard TD run, and he opened the game with a 56-yard swing pass that he took to the house. The bigger news for the game is Griffin Bowman, after missing last week against Rochester Adams, he's returned to action, 5 carries, 87 yards. Clarkston only 4 first downs, but you don't need a lot of first downs when you have touchdowns of 56 yards, 30 yards, 58 yards, and 56 yards. That's 4 scoring plays over 30 yards, 3 scoring plays over 50 yards. It has been an onslaught from the beginning for your Wolves. They jumped out to a 21-0 lead in the first, and they're about to start the second half with a 35-7 lead. Clarkston started with the ball. It means Lake Orion will receive it on this beautiful, beautiful Friday in October. It's a nice, clear night. It is still warm out. It doesn't feel like fall, but we see that gridiron. Fall immediately sets in. Aiden O'Neill to kick it out to start your second half for the Wolves. Here we go. High kick. It is returnable for Lake Orion. It is dropped. Picked up at 3-yard line, getting to the 10. And that's where the Dragons will get tripped up. Brody Denver on the tackle for your Wolves. Lake Orion. Dragons will start the ball with the 12-yard line. They're down 28 points. Start. Brody Thompson, starting quarterback for Lake Orion. Left the game 2 plays in after a fumble. He has not returned since that second play of the game. He took a big hit from about 4 Clarkston defenders. Anderson Adams has taken over the quarterback realm, number 12 for Lake Orion. They have passing packages for him. Now he's had to take over. Handoff up the middle for the Dragons. And tripped up. Looks like a gain of nothing there for Don Hawkins. Be second down and 10 for the Dragons after no gain from Don Hawkins. Lake Orion in the first half was able to sustain a couple long drives as they ran well over 30 plays, 36 plays in the first half as an offense, but it only resulted in 7 points. Only capping off one drive with a touchdown. That was an Anderson Adams QB sneak from the 1-yard line. Motion from the Dragons from the top of your screen to the bottom. Adams takes a snap, hands off out the middle, met Chase Olson getting in on the tackle, as well as Trey Setter. They're just going to mark him down for a loss of 2. Back to the 10-yard line, brings up 3rd and 12 for Lake Orion. Trey Setter flew in there, able to stop Hawkins. Chase Olson able to help finish. Many hats on the ball. Make it a long day for the ball carriers on offense. Trips to the left for Lake Orion. Looking left is Adams. It's completed out near the 10-yard line. Making a move now up to the 15. Tackled down at the 20. Gain of 10. Be 4th and 2.5 here for Lake Orion. Down 28 points. Looks like they are going to go for it here. Offense stays on the field for Lake Orion. Big moment for Clarkston's defense here early on in the second half. It's 4th and 2. They need to get to the 23-yard line. Adams gets snapped, looks back to pass, getting flushed out of the pocket, rolls to his right, has someone open, and it is caught. A big hit, enough for the first down. Nick Mahaffey with the hit stick. But Lake Orion gets to the 26-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on 4th and 2. Brings up a new set of downs for the Dragons. 1st and 10. 9 minutes left here in the third quarter. Your Wolves lead 35-7. Adams takes the snap, hands off, up the middle, now flushing out towards the bottom of your screen, and a nice tackle there, Ty Duffy. Gain of 1 there from Wesley Pratt. Be 2nd and 9 here coming up for Lake Orion. The goal of the defense here is to just get off the field. Lake Orion's been able to stay in a few long drives. I say it hasn't resulted in many points for the Dragons, but the defense has been on the field for a long time already. In just 2+ quarters here as we approach 8 minutes left in the third quarter. 2nd and 9 for the Dragons. Adams under center, jet motion. It's handoff short side, jet sweep, and Hawkins gets taken down. Down at the 28-yard line. Malachi Schweitzer on the tackle there for your Wolves. Gain of 1 on the jet sweep there from Hawkins. 3rd and 8 here for the Dragons. Trip receivers to the left on the top of your screen. 1 wide receiver on the bottom. Halfback in the backfield with Adams. Adams takes a shotgun snap, drops back to pass, looks to his left. He's flushed out of the pocket, tries to climb up. He's got a little room to run. He's finding the edge. He's hit out of bounds. Short of the first down. They're going to mark him down at the 33. A 5-yard gain brings up 4th and 3. And we got a injured player down on the ground for Clarkston. You have Shane, the trainer, out there. I do not have a number on the player that is down at the moment. Being helped up, that is number 90, Chase Olson. He pops up, jogging off the field under his own power. That's good to see for the young man. Chase had a nice game so far. A couple tackles on the contest. Shaking up a little bit on the play. So it could just been a cramping issue for Chase Olson on that play. But 4th and 3 here for Lake Orion. Their second 4th down of the drive. This time they got a 6-yard pass play out of it to convert it to another first down. Trips wide receivers on the top of that formation. Adams drops back to pass, looks right for the quick hitch, and it bounces in and out of Dominic Lawless' hands. That's an incomplete pass and a turnover on downs. That means Clarkston, they get the ball here at their own, or excuse me, at Lake Orion's 33-yard line. Up 35-7. 6:54 left to go in the third quarter. Clarkston's offense now with their first offensive drive of the half. The screen game has been working well for them this evening. 3 touchdown passes on the screen plays. 4 touchdowns total for Washenko. Washenko gets snap, drops back to pass. He's flushed to the right. Now going to climb up the pocket. Throws it up. Looks like Brody Denver. It's Casey Briley, excuse me. Casey Briley with the catch down to the Beerley, excuse me. 14 yards on the play, down at the 19. Washenko now passing, eclipsing the 200-yard mark on the game. 1st and 10 for the Wolves. Washenko takes a shotgun snap, rolls to his right, getting some pressure, now trying to find the edge, passes the line of scrimmage, pushed out at the 17-yard line. 2-yard gain on first down, be 2nd and 8. Orion did a nice job setting the edge, forcing Washenko's eyes off his receivers and just being able to escape for a couple-yard gain. Ball's on the 17. Clarkston needs to get a shade inside the 10. 2nd and 7. Handoff to Duffy on the left side. He's finding some space. He's at the 10. He's at the 5. Stiff arm. And he is pushed out of bounds. And it will be a first down. He's pushed out at the 3. 14-yard gain. And 1st and goal here for your Wolves. 6:08 left to go in the third. Ty Duffy looking for his first score of the game, getting his first carry. Ty Duffy stays in the backfield in the pistol formation behind Washenko. We have a flag on the play. And we have a false start on the Wolves. Push them back. Push them back 5 yards. Still 1st and goal. Clarkston on the 8-yard line. Ty Duffy still in the backfield. Hunter Cowles, the wing back. Duffy to the left of Washenko in the shotgun. Washenko gets snapped, hands off to Duffy up the middle, makes a man miss. He's at the 5. He puts his shoulder down. He stumbles in. Touchdown, Clarkston. Ty Duffy, 8 yards. And with 6:02 left to go in the third, Clarkston 41, Lake Orion 7. Clarkston didn't need to go far on that drive, just 33 yards on 4 plays. Washenko with a 14-yard pass. Casey Brearley. A 2-yard scamper from Washenko, and Ty Duffy with the final 22 yards. Capped off the 8-yard touchdown run. Point after, snap is off. Hold is down, kick is up, and it's good. 6:02 left in the third, and it is 42-7. Clarkston being in full control of this game from the start. That's what you want on a homecoming rivalry game. It's just a lot of fun and a lot of points. That's what we're getting from Clarkston tonight. As for Lake Orion, they were able to get 8 plays off on that first drive. Convert a 4th down. Almost had a second 4th down conversion, but a drop pass from Lawless gave the ball to your Wolves the short field to go, and Clarkston just 4 plays, 33 yards. Get their 6th touchdown of the evening. Aiden O'Neill set back to kick. Your Wolves lead 42-7 here midway through the third. Aiden O'Neill with the boot. Fielded right at the 1 yard line for the Dragons, out at the 20, 25, pushed out at the 29 yard line. Gabe Mansour. Orion will take over on their own 30-yard line. 1st and 10. Clock is running as 35 points. That's what Clarkston's up. The clock is running now per MHSAA rules. We have 5:20 left to go in the third. That's what Clarkston was looking to do tonight. Coming in with a struggling team coming in, rival or not. You just want to put this game away early, and that's what the Wolves have done. 42-7 here halfway through the third, and now the clock is running. Under 5 minutes. Adams under center for the Dragons. Takes the snap. Hands off to the short side of the field. About a 5-yard gain. Big tackle from Wendell Childs. Rainer Plattenberger on the carry. Second and a long 5 here for the Dragons as they're between 34-35 yard line. Wesley Pratt in the backfield with Anderson Adams for the Dragons. Adams takes a snap, drops it back to pass, looking to his left, now flush to his right. He makes a break for it, just gets across the line of scrimmage. Brody Denver attacking the feet. Marked down at the 36-yard line. Gain of 2 on the play. 3rd and 4 for Lake Orion. So the last drive they were backed up in their own territory, went for it on 4th down twice. And this moment is 4 downs in all territory for the Dragons as they're down 42-7. Trip receivers to the left on the top of your screen. 2 wide receivers on the bottom of your screen for Lake Orion. Adams in shotgun. Gets the snap, drops back to pass, looks to his left. Floats one up to Rochelo, and he is taken down for a 1st down at the 44-yard line. 8-yard gain on 3rd and 4. It'll be Lake Orion 1st down. The Dragons, as I said, they've been able to sustain some drives tonight on this Clarkston defense, but only able to cash in on one of those drives so far, where your Wolves have punted once tonight. 1 punt for Clarkston. 6 scoring drives of their 7 total drives. 1st and 10 for Lake Orion on their own 44. Snap, handoff up the middle. And a gain of 1 for Pratt. Up to the 45-yard line, 2nd and 9. So it's a 35-point differential right now. It is a running clock per MHSAA rules. We're at the 2-minute mark here left in the third quarter. Clarkston up 42-7. Adams under center. Deep motion, fake pitch, rolls to his right, finds Pratt open near midfield, breaks a tackle at the 45, the 40, gets all the way down to the 35-yard line. A 20-yard pass play. That's 1st down for the Dragons. They're now in Clarkston territory. 1:15 left to go here in the third. Great pressure there from the Wolves defense. Adams, very tall though, was able to dump that ball off to Pratt. Pratt broke the tackle. Griffin Bowman is able to scamper and get into Clarkston territory. 1st and 10 for the Dragons on the Wolves 35. Adams under center, drops back to pass, and it's going to be a draw. Nice broken tackle in the backfield, but taken down. Nico Tersini just missed the TFL. But Jesse Hayduck with the tackle for your Wolves. Gain of 2 on that play. Second and 8 here. So we're in the closing seconds of the third quarter. Clarkston up 42-7 on Lake Orion. Adams in the shotgun, drops back to pass, looks to his left. Pump fake, still dropping back, lets it rip, and caught by Rochelo near the first down marker at the 24-yard line. 9-yard gain on 2nd and 8. That's enough for a Lake Orion first down, but that horn means it's the end of the third quarter. Your Clarkston Wolves up 42-7 here on homecoming night. The big rivalry game, 60-second meeting between these schools. Looks like that trophy will stay with your Clarkston Wolves tonight. So you can see the trophy from here in the press box. On our side, on the track, near the locker rooms. That should be more than enough motivation to keep Clarkston locked in here for this fourth quarter. Ryan Elke, thank you for joining us tonight here on Independence Television's presentation of Clarkston High School varsity football, Comcast Channel 22, Clarkston Community Schools YouTube page. We thank you for watching. It is a beautiful Friday night in October. Temperatures reaching 85 degrees earlier in the day. Beautiful sunny day. It's led to a beautiful fall night here. Homecoming rivalry night. Your Wolves are playing with style right now, up 42-7 over the Dragons of Lake Orion. 1st and 10 here for Lake Orion on Clarkston's 24-yard line. Adams gets the snap, drops back to pass, looks to his left, lets it ride, caught near the 15, and brought down. Tyson Scott with the tackle. Michael Campine with the catch for Lake Orion. Ball down at the 18-yard line, a gain of 6. Bring up 2nd and 4 for Lake Orion. Clock is running with a 35-point lead for your Wolves. 11:25 left to go. Lake Orion, 2 wide receivers to the right on top of your screen, tight end and wide receiver to the left on the bottom of your screen. Adams drops back to pass. He's looking left. Steps up, lets it rip to the end zone, to the corner, and dropped. Rochelo had it in the corner. Couldn't hang on as he went out of bounds. A break there for Clarkston. Third and 4 coming up for Lake Orion. They need to get to the 15-yard line. That ball right past the 13-yard line, so it's a long 3 or a short 4 here for the Dragons. 2 wide receivers at the top formation with the tight end on the right side. Fullback to the left in the backfield. Adams hands it off to Pratt, finds some room up the middle. He makes his way, splits the defenders. Touchdown, Dragons. Wesley Pratt, 18-yard TD run. with 10:13 left to go in this game. Clarkston's lead cut down. It's now 42-13. Here's the point after attempt. Snap is off, holds down, kick is up. And it's good. '70-yard touchdown drive. Capped off by a Wesley Pratt 18-yard TD run. But Clarkston still leads here early on in the fourth, 42-14. And the Wolves defense, they've had a hard time just shutting some of these Lake Orion drives down as another long drive, a 10-play drive there for Lake Orion. They've had 4 drives or more, 4 drives of 8+ plays or more. But your Wolves will get the ball back. See if there's any onside kick attempt here for Lake Orion. They're down 28 points now. Here at 10:13 left to go. Ball is booted back, fielded at the 5-yard line. Comes out to the 15, out to the 20, now past the 25, now to the 30, making a move at the 35, getting out to the 40, taken down near the 45-yard line. Drew French getting his first action in the return game. That ball's on Lake Orion's 45-yard line. That's where Clarkston will take over. Looks like Washenko staying in the game as of now. Ty Duffy will be your running back. Gavin Bond and Kane Martin on the top of your screen. Brody Denver in motion. Handoff to Duffy. He's looking for the far side. He's making his room up. Gets towards the line of scrimmage. Be gain of 0 on the play. 2nd and 10 for Clarkston. Ty Duffy getting the last 3 carries for your Wolves on offense. He's able to get an 8-yard touchdown run on the last drive. Here comes the 2nd and 10 for your Wolves, except most of the starting offensive line is still in. Casey Briley, Drew French, wide receivers on the bottom of your screen. Motion over, Shenko drops back to pass. It's a screen pass to Duffy. He catches it. He's past midfield. Now he's down. He's tackled near the 40 in Lake Orion territory. He's brought down at the 45-yard line as a 15-yard play. And a Wolves first down. Another screen pass. Clarkston's found a lot of success tonight with the screen game. 4 touchdown passes with screen plays. Ty Duffy able to get a nice chunk of 15 yards. Brings up first and 10 in Lake Orion territory. Shenko hands off to Duffy up the middle. He's trying to escape free, but he's tackled down at the line of scrimmage for no gain. Second and 10 for your Wolves coming up. 8:10 left to go in the game, homecoming night. Your Wolves up 42-14. They jumped out to an early 21-0 lead. And right before half, they able to extend that lead 35-7. Now we sit here 42-14 here halfway through the fourth. Shenko takes a snap, hand off to Duffy up the middle. He gets past the 35, taken down at the 34-yard line. 6-yard gain for Duffy. 3rd and 4 coming up for the Wolves. And we have a player down for Clarkston. 7:30 left to go in the 4th. With that heat out there, we've seen a few players go down, maybe with some cramping issues. It's a odd, hot day for early October, but don't have the number of the player down at the moment. As Coach Pintar and the trainers are out. And that was Ty Duffy, who was down, who's jogging off the field under his own power. Duffy's gotten the ball the last 6 plays for the Wolves offense. Brings up 3rd and 4 here for Clarkston. They're on their own on Lake Orion's 34-yard line. They need to get to the 30. Clock now running. We're under 7:30 here left in the 4th. Shenko in the shotgun. Hands it off up the middle. Lucas Dighton on the carry. No gain on the play for Dighton, so bring up. 4th and 4, looks like Clarkston's offense staying on the field. Aiden O'Deal did attempt a field goal exactly from this yardage in the first half. 51-yard field goal attempt was wide left. Seemed like he had enough leg, just pulled the kick a little as Lake Orion was almost able to block that kick. So it looks like Coach Pintar was just running the play clock down. He'll take a timeout here, the first timeout for Clarkston in the second half. 6:25 left to go in the game. Your Wolves lead 42-14. Big 4th and 4 here for the Wolves, just to keep that clock running. Looks like Clarkston here will come away with the victory, and that'll move Lake Orion to 0-6 on the season. Clarkston will move to 5-1 with this victory tonight. Offense comes on the field for 4th and 4. They need to get to the 30-yard line. 6:25 left to go. Shenko under center. So they're trying to get the Dragons to jump off sides. Shenko takes the snap. Fakes to Griffin Bowman, rolls out to pass, throws it deep down, and almost caught. A drop. Shane Dasuki went up high around the 10-yard line. Couldn't come down with the catch. As a turnover on downs for Clarkston. Lake Orion will take over on their own 34-yard line. Shenko had to rush past a little, felt the pressure, put a nice ball up for Dasuki. A great play by the Lake Orion secondary as well. That pass to fall incomplete. The Dragons take over on their own 34-yard line. 6:19 left to go. Adams takes the snap. Hand off to the far side. Now out to the 40 at the 45 near midfield. Rainer Plattenberg on the carry for Lake Orion. Down at the 48-yard line, 14-yard gain on first down. Lake Orion still in their own territory, 1st and 10 on their own 48. Under 6 minutes to go here in the fourth. Adams under center, takes a snap. Hand off to Plattenberg again. He gets near midfield. They'll mark him down at Lake Orion 49. Rainer Plattenberger on the carry for the Dragons. Gain of 1. 2nd and 9 for the Dragons. Lake Orion not moving in much of a hurry here. Looks like they had 12 men in the huddle. Their 12th man runs off before they break the huddle, so no penalty there for the Dragons. 2nd and 9 for Lake Orion in their own territory. Adams drops back to pass, looks left. Pass complete, past midfield near the 45-yard line. Dominic Lawless on the catch. They're going to mark him down at the Clarkston 45 for a gain of 6. 3rd and 3 coming up for Lake Orion. You get to the 42-yard line. Of course, 4-down territory when you're down 42-14 here. 4:30 left to go in the game. 3 receivers to the right on the top of your screen. 1 receiver on the bottom. Adams takes a snap, drops back to pass. Looks to his right, now looks to his left, now flush to his right. Trying to look downfield, he's scrambling. He's got almost enough for the first down, but he went for the slide and comes up a yard short. A gain of 2 on the play. They're going to put him down at the 43-yard line. And a 4th and 1 for the Dragons as we come under the 4-minute mark here left in the game. Adams is a big kid. Wouldn't be surprised if they just try a quick QB sneak here to pick up the first. Nope, Adams hands a quick handoff for the Dragons. They get all the way up to the 39-yard line. That is enough for a first down. Plattenberger again on the carry for Lake Orion. They're going to mark him down at the 40, gain of 3 on 4th and 1, and a new set of downs for the Dragons. 3:30 left to go. Clarkston looking to move to 5-1 on the year, 3-0 in the OAA Red. Adams gets a snap, drops back to pass. He looks to his right, he lets it fire. Comes down to the feet of his receiver, Lawless, and it falls incomplete. Second and 10 for Lake Orion on Clarkston's 40. 3:18 left to play in this game. Orion Adams gets snap, looks to his left. It is caught at the 35-yard line, now moving all the way up to the 31. Peyton Lyles with the catch there for the Dragons. Down at the 31, a gain of 9. 3rd and 1 coming up for Lake Orion. Plattenberger in the backfield for Lake Orion. Adams under center. Jet motion, handoff to Plattenberger up the middle, enough for the first down. Marked down at the 24-yard line. Gain of 7 and enough for another Dragons first down and another long drive for this Dragons offense. And Lake Orion's been able to sustain long drives, but have only cashed in on 2 of them. 1st and 10 for Lake Orion. 29-yard line, they need to get to the 19. 2:10 left to go in this game. Adams in the shotgun takes a snap. He looks right. Quick throw on the stop route. Is caught, brought down near the 20-yard line. Jackson Pakmara, the freshman, on the catch. Marked down at the 20, a gain of 4 on first down. 2nd and 6 here, 1:40 left to go in the game. Your Wolves lead 42-14. Like Orion just taking their time though. Adams drops back to pass, looks to his right, lets it go, pass deflected, but we have 2 flags down. Looks like that will be pass interference. And Lucas Dighton pass interference on Clarkston there on Dighton. Moves the ball up to the 10-yard line. 1st and goal for Lake Orion here. 1:29 left to go in this game. Dighton on that pass play. Came over. The receiver got his hand on the ball, but might have arrived a little too early for the officials' liking. Now 1st and goal for Lake Orion. Snap taken. Adams dropping back. Now he's going to take off. He's near the line of scrimmage, and he's pushed out at the line of scrimmage by Brody Denver. A gain of nothing on the play. Second and goal to go. We approach the final minute of this game. Homecoming night, rivalry night. Clarkston Wolves will come away with the victory. Orion quarterback Adams under center. Hand off to Plattenberger, and he's taking a few defenders with him. He's down at the 5. 5-yard gain. 3rd and goal. Final 30 seconds. Third and goal, Adams takes the shotgun snap. He's looking to pass. He's looking left. He's got plenty of time. He throws it into the end zone. And caught for a Lake Orion touchdown. Jan Ludwig on the catch. 10-yard touchdown pass. 13 seconds to go. Lake Orion trailing 42-20. Orion for the point after attempt. Snap is off, hold is down, kick is up. And it's good with that score. Lake Orion cuts their deficit 21. It's 42-21. 13 seconds left in the 4th. Clarkston will come away with a victory tonight. C2. Catch this kickoff cleanly, take a knee, and go get that trophy. Say it won't be a repeat of the last 2 years where Lake Orion has won the regular season matchup, and then the Dragons and the Wolves met in the playoffs, where Clarkston got to avenge both of those losses the last 2 years. But after this game, Lake Orion will move to 0-6 on the season, where the MHSA playoffs for the Dragons will just be a memory. For the Wolves, it is their goal to advance as far as they can this season. Kick is off. Little pooch kick. It will drop down. Fielded at the 15-yard line. Knee taken at the 20 by Drew French. Wolves will take over. Here comes the final play of the game. 10 seconds left. One snap away from making this game a final. Daniel Hine, the senior, will be coming in at quarterback for this final play. Homecoming night. He gets to take the final snap in a Clarkston victory over Lake Orion. Hine will line up in the shotgun. Takes the snap, hands the ball off, rush up the middle, taken down near the 24-yard line. And there's the final whistle. Homecoming, Victors, rivalry, victory. Your Wolves 42, Lake Orion 21. Clarkston moves to 5-1 on the season, 3-0 in the OAA Red. And they get to go find that trophy. Alex Washenko, a big game today. 223 yards passing, 4 touchdowns on the contest for the junior quarterback. And another big win for your Wolves this season. Going through the handshake line now. Next week, Clarkston has another big one. West Bloomfield on the clock. That game will be at West Bloomfield. West Bloomfield on the season. A 5-0 going into tonight, their game against Oxford. Our next broadcast, though, will be October 17th as Clarkston will take on Farmington. Ryan Elke, I want to thank you for watching us tonight on Independence Television's presentation of Clarkston High School varsity football. Whether it's on Comcast Channel 22 or Clarkston Community Schools YouTube page. Your Wolves come home with a homecoming victory, 42-21 over their rivals Lake Orion. It's homecoming weekend, so have fun, be safe, don't do anything too stupid. For all of us with the media production class here at Clarkston High School, Mr. Blow, Mr. Legato, Mr. John Elke, Ryan Elke signing off. Another Clarkston Wolves victory. Go Wolves!